so welcome to my kitchen, and I just went grocery shopping and I'm going to be food prepping today. So this food prep is good for weight loss, and it's keto friendly, and it's also pretty low carb as well. And it's going to be a lunch or dinner and 2 breakfasts and some snacks. So keep watching. Okay, first things first, I've just cut this chicken up and I seasoned one side of it. And I'm going to place it in the crock pot, kind of on the edges here. And I'm placing the seasoned side down because I want the chicken to be all on the bottom. I don't really want it to be overlapping too much. And that one can go in the middle. And I'm just gonna wash my hands. All right, and then I'm gonna season the other side with some salt. You don't wanna make this too much of a distinct flavor because I'm gonna be making a sauce to go with it. I liked a little bit of onion powder because that kind of goes with any flavor. And a little bit of chilies. And some herbs. But you can season it however you want. All right, but I like to season it a little bit bland. Okay, so that goes in the crock pot. And that sets for about 3 hours on low. Super easy. Okay, next up is the sweet potatoes, and I've just chopped 2 sweet potatoes, and I'm going to just dump them on the baking sheet. And first a little bit of olive oil to make them nice and crispy. And then a little bit of salt. So remember, the sauce is going to go over all of these veggies and the chicken, so I don't need to season it too much. So just salt. I like onion powder again, and some pepper, and a little bit of fresh herbs. Kind of the same thing that I did with the chicken. And you really want to just massage it with your hands and coat all the potatoes really, really well, evenly. Okay, and then you just grab it, and I've already preheated the oven to 450, and that's gonna bake for 35 to 45 minutes. Okay, so now I'm going to prep what's gonna go inside the little frittatas. So I'm gonna put a little bit of avocado oil because it has a high smoke point, or you can use coconut oil. But I'm gonna use avocado oil for this. And I have 1 chopped onion going in. So let that brown up a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to add a couple chopped cloves of garlic. And I have a pound of ground turkey. And I'm just gonna plop it in there. Let this brown up all together. So it's really nice having this turkey inside of the frittata because you don't need to put any potato in it. It kind of just makes it less eggy, and it's full of protein and veggies too. Okay, so now that is pretty much cooked, I'm gonna add the mushrooms. So this is about 2 cups of mushrooms. Let them sizzle up a little bit. And while that's cooking, I'm gonna start adding the spices. So this is some onion powder. Yummy. And this is, I don't know if you can find this, but it is za'atar seasoning. This is really popular spice in Australia, and it goes so well with eggs. Basically what's in it is cumin, Mediterranean thyme, oregano, and sesame seeds. And I really think this goes really well with the goat cheese that I'm gonna put on top. Gives it very nice Mediterranean flavor. and a little bit of salt. And for the last ingredient, I'm gonna add some spinach. This is 2 cups of spinach. Give it some nice color because it was looking a little bland. Whoop. Let that just cook for 1 more minute, and then we're gonna transfer it to my little egg cups. Okay, now for the assembly. And I've whisked up 12 eggs, so a dozen eggs all in here, whisked up. And I'm just gonna scoop the meat and the veggies in these little muffin tins. So I just put a little bit, and then you can add more later if you want. You will have a little bit extra. So if you have another muffin tin, you can make some more, or just have this on the side for lunch right now. Then what you do is I just kind of pour in the remainder just to the very tip of the line. Okay, so I just finished putting the cheese on the frittatas. So I kind of put a lot of cheese and I put too much egg, but that's okay. Last time I made them, I really wanted more cheese. So I put lots of goat cheese and those little seeds on top. If you live by a Trader Joe's, you gotta get the everything bagel seasoning because these crispy seeds go on top and they get all crispy in the oven, and it's so good. So that's the secret ingredient. I'm gonna put these in the oven at 350 for about 20 minutes and check them after. Okay, now I'm gonna cook the vegetables. So I don't have a steamer, so I'm just going to kind of saute these veggies a little bit first before I add the water. So that's 24 ounces of broccoli and 1 pound of green beans. And I'm just gonna add some water. A little bit more water and let this steam until they are soft. Okay, so now I'm gonna make this delicious chimichurri sauce. So I'm gonna put the liquids in first, and you can use a food processor or a blender. So this is 1 cup of olive oil and 1 tablespoon of red wine vinegar and about equivalent to 4 cloves of garlic. I'm using this easy garlic right now because I don't feel like chopping it. And so this is about 1 cup of parsley, fresh parsley, doesn't matter which kind. And let's see here, this is some oregano. So this is about 2 tablespoons of that, and about equivalent to 1 tablespoon of crushed red pepper. Depends on how spicy you like it. Okay. And some salt. And pepper, but I ran out of pepper, so no pepper right now. And so I slowly blend this from low to high. Okay, these veggies are done. So I'm just gonna drain the excess fluid in through a strainer right there. So I kind of wanted to make them like a little bit al dente because we're going to be microwaving them later in our meals. And I just put them back in here. And the sauce is done. So here is the sauce. Chimichurri is so good because it has all these fresh herbs in it, and it's like Really, really good for you. Has a little spice to it. I'm also going to be making a Asian sauce too, so you're not having the same sauce every single day, having the same flavors every day. And I'm going to be putting them in these cute little containers. They're so cute. So now I'm going to make the Asian sauce, and first I'm going to do about 1/4 cup of tamari. It's the alternative to soy sauce, so 1/4 cup of that. And some sesame seeds, so about a teaspoon of sesame seeds. You can just eyeball it. But about a teaspoon. And about a teaspoon of sriracha. You can add more if you want it more spicy. And about 1 clove of garlic. About a teaspoon of honey. Go. And 2 teaspoons of sesame oil. I like to just eyeball it, but about 2 teaspoons, and then you whisk it together. And that's done. Okay, so now I'm gonna add the sauces to these cute little jars. I got these at Target. You could probably just get them, they're like little jam jars, so you can save the little jam jars. And I'm just gonna pour that in. You could just make 1 sauce, but I like making 2 so you don't have the same flavors every single day. Just remove the chicken from the crock pot, and you know, it's in all those nice liquids there, so it's nice and moist. So I'm just going to cut it up and start putting it into these containers, and then adding the vegetables too. Okay, last but not least, I'm going to make some overnight oats, and this is days when you want a little bit of sweet breakfast instead of those eggs. So I'm going to do 1/3 cup of oats, and I'm making them a little bit different because I don't want as much oats, so I'm putting more. It's like half chia seed pudding, half overnight oats. So 1/3 cup of oats into these little jars. And I'm gonna do 1 teaspoon of chia seeds and 1 teaspoon of flax seeds. So I've kind of pre-mixed it in this jar, so it's half and half. 1 teaspoon flax, 1 teaspoon chia, like that. And then I like to use coconut milk, or you can use almond milk. And this is 1/2 cup of coconut milk. Whoa, I knew I would spill. It's heavy. All right. And then to make it sweet and add some protein, this is a really, really good protein powder. It's Bluebonnet. This is the vanilla flavor, so it makes it really, really tasty. But I don't want to put a whole scoop in. I'm going to put like 1/2 scoop. And that makes it nice and vanilla-y and makes it sweet and adds some extra protein. And basically you're just going to put it in a jar, put the lid on, and add some blueberries or some bananas on top tomorrow. And no cooking needed. Okay, so I've just assembled the vegetables and the chicken and the sweet potato together. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 meals. These 2 here are my low carb days. So Ethan gets more sweet potato and I get more broccoli and vegetables because that's higher on my list. All right, it's all done. So thanks for hanging out with me in my kitchen today, food prepping with me. So it was really fun actually, and this is the first time I've done a food prep video, so let me know what you think and if you've tried the recipes, and make sure to subscribe so you're first in line to see my next video, and make sure to give it a like and a thumbs up.